Well, hello, hello, hello. I hope you all are having a super duper fantastic day out there today. Come through, come on up inside of the StreamYard room. Okay, so y'all already know I'm giving away something on Friday. So for all the people who shared the post and put in the chat that they shared, I'm going to put you in the raffle and you're going to win something in the sweet, strong name of Jesus. But listen, you guys. I'm live at 5 a. I'm live at 5 a. I'm live at 5 a. I'm live at 5. I hope y'all can just see the leg be kicking up. I be taking it back. Come on, let's go. Okay, Sherilyn, you shared you in there. I am so excited. Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much for being up inside of the StreamYard room. Okay, look, you guys, we started this whole conversation about the complaints that we have, right? That was a conversation we started on Monday. And I admitted to you that I have a complaint. Do y'all remember what my complaint was? If you didn't catch it, you need to go back and catch it. Tiffany, the new. Hi, new Tiffany. How are you? I'm back. I know I one was out of pocket, but I didn't see you on Monday. So you was out of pocket on Monday. I was out of pocket all last week, but I'm back and I'm up in here, okay? And happy to be back. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being inside the space. Okay, look. So Monday we started talking about I have a complaint. Now, you all might have a complaint as well. And if you wasn't here, that means you didn't share it. Go ahead and drop right now. What is a persistent complaint that you have? Now, for me, my persistent complaint is that I'm never chosen. Like nobody ever chooses me, right? Nobody ever chooses me. And what I also talked about was this started way back, like in my childhood, you know, when you used to play in the neighborhood and you was last to be picked on the team or to play jump rope or to be on the cheerleading squad or whatever it was. And it just followed me throughout my whole life where I always had this complaint that no one ever chooses me. So of course it just trickled down into the relationships and so on and so forth. And I always found myself in a situation where I was waiting for somebody to choose me. But y'all, you know, I wisened up, but we ain't to the wising up yet. Because here's the thing about a persistent complaint. It's always there. Even when you start to realize and notice that you have this complaint and that is running your life, you get that it's still always there. Put it in the chat. My complaint is always there. It's persistent. It's always there. It never goes away. What is your persistent complaint? I need you to drop it in the chat. What's the complaint? For me, like I said, it was no one ever chooses me. I think my sister was no one ever supports me. I think someone else that was here on Monday said that I'm never enough. Okay, my complaint is, what is it? What's your complaint? Oh, you said the complaint is always there. My complaint is always there. It's always there. Exactly, it's always there. But now tell me, what is your complaint? What is the persistent complaint that you hear yourself say situation after situation, circumstance after circumstance? There's something that you always say to yourself. It's never enough time in a day. Okay, all right. It's never enough time in a day. Now, here was the other thing that I talked about, Sherilyn, and I know I'm about to step all over your toes, but it's all right because I stepped on my own toes. I want you to get that it's not true. Whatever the complaint is, if you look at your life, if you look at the things that you've been able to accomplish in time, for me, it's actually being chosen. There's a lot of things that I'm chosen for that other people are not chosen for. So it's not that I'm never chosen. Now, that's just a story that I've made up. Now, there may have been certain situations that I wish I was chosen in that I wasn't chosen in, but you do get that I made the story up. If you get that whatever your persistent complaint is, you made it up. I want you to put in the chat, I made it up. I want you to just admit to yourself that if you look at the situations and the things that you've been able to accomplish, I want you to get that this may be true sometimes. Like sometimes, yeah, it may not be enough time in the day, right? Or you may not be selected or chosen for something, Deneen, and it's all right. Put it in the chat. Okay, Sherilyn, admit it. Okay, I made it up. Yep, I made it up too. I made it up too. So listen, here is what I wanted to talk about today, that there is a cost to your complaint. Put it in the chat. There's a cost to my complaint. Put it in the chat. Because see, I want you to get it. I want you to know. If for those of you who are just hopping on, I want you to share this video. If you share this video, come back and say that you shared, and you're going to be entered into a raffle that I'm giving away on Friday live at 5. Okay, I'm here 5 o'clock, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So be live here at 5 with me. Okay, listen. Put in the chat that my complaints cost me. I want you to get this because I'm about to drop a nugget, and then on Friday, we're going to talk about the payoff. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to come join me for a conversation about your complaints with my coach that'll help you get clear on some of these conversations that you're having that you may not be aware that you're having. Okay, there is a cost to my complaint. Absolutely. Okay, so let me share with you what happens when I have this complaint of not being chosen. So on Monday, we talked about these 3 things that I go through, right? And that you go through as well. When you believe that if there's not enough time in a day, or that you're not chosen, or no one supports you, or you're not enough. And Tiffany, I didn't see you drop what your consistent complaint is. That I want you to get that something happens with in reference to your feelings, right? So when I think that I'm never chosen, I get sad. I feel unworthy. I'm disappointed. Like, I go through all these feelings, and with these feelings causes some form of a reaction. Put in here that you start to react, right? So I start to react as if I don't need anybody, right? Or I don't care that no one selected me, when in actuality, you do get that I care that I'm not chosen, right? But in order for me to be able to protect myself, I become frustrated, I become upset, I build up walls. Oh, Tamra was up in here and she said something else. What up, Missy? So happy that you are here. She said, my complaint is things aren't happening fast enough. I remember that you shared that when my coach came to the class. Things aren't happening fast enough. Right. So you start to react and you start to do these things to try to protect yourself about what it is that you feel is happening to you, which for me is that I'm not chosen. So here is the things that I actually have to pay for. Like, this is the cost of me having this conversation or this persistent complaint that nobody ever chooses me. Number 1 is I lose my voice. And what do I mean by my voice? Now, I don't know what it is for you, but I'm telling you, when I say that no one has chosen me, I lose my voice. And let me explain to you what that means. So when I lose my voice because no one has chosen me, it actually means that I'm not able to express what's on my heart, what's really on my heart, right? I lose my voice. I turn into someone else, someone that's protecting themselves, someone that don't feel open, so I'm not as vulnerable. So I lose my voice. I'm not able to express myself in a way that would be beneficial to me and the person's relationship or whatever else that it is that I want to see happen or do. But I lose my voice. So when you are standing in that place that is not enough time and you're upset or you're frustrated and you're going through all these emotions, what's the cost? So for me, one of the costs is that I lose my voice. No self-expression. What is it for you? Drop it inside the chat. So listen, number two. So I lose my voice. I'm not able to say the things that I need to say or want to say or be self-expressed because I don't want to put myself out there. I don't want to be vulnerable, right? So for me, number 2 is I lose access to freedom. Like, I'm no longer free. Why? Because I have to now become constrained to, again, protecting myself and not looking like I want to be chosen or want to be a part or want to be in the group or want to belong. Now, here's the thing. Wouldn't it be great if there was a world, if there was an atmosphere where everybody felt like they belong? Like, do you get that that's someone's impact that they want to make in the world, is that all people, all shades, all backgrounds, all nationalities, all belief systems, that everybody feels like they belong here? Now, do you know how powerful that would be if we all stood for everybody belongs? But that's what I want to feel when it comes to me being chosen. I just want to belong. But if I don't believe that I can be myself and I can be self-expressed, that means I have no freedom. It's no way for me to be able to belong in a place where I feel confined or constrained. That's in relationships, that's at a job, that's in a community. Like, you need to have freedom. But if you believe that you're never chosen, even though that you're inside a community, now listen to how crazy it sounds, right? When you make up these conversations and have these complaints that I don't belong or I'm never chosen, but here I am in a community and I'm saying that I'm never chosen, but I'm in a community. That's contradicting itself. That's how you can see that I made it up. It may be, again, that I haven't been chosen for something that I wanted to be a part of, or maybe not selected that time, but I'm just telling you what the cost is. I haven't even told you what the payoff is, because there's a payoff that I'm going to talk about on Friday that kind of gets me in this situation each and every time where I'm not chosen. But anyway, neither here nor there. So the first thing is that I lose my voice. I cannot express myself. I lose all self-expression because now I'm trying to protect myself, meaning I'm becoming someone else who I'm not in order to either fit in or protect myself from any additional pain after not being chosen. Number 2, I lose all sense of freedom, meaning I'm not free to be. And when you're not free to be, again, you're pretending. Put it in the chat. Stop pretending. Put it in the chat. Stop pretending. And I hope y'all get that we do a whole lot of pretending. We don't even realize it, but we do a lot of pretending based on who we're around at any particular time, who we think is someone of power, who we think has something that we want, and we want them to teach us something or to share something with us. We start switching up and becoming other people. And what I'm telling you is stop pretending. Put it in the chat. Stop pretending. Okay. And the last thing it cost me is love. Yep. Love. Because when I'm not free and I'm not open to be with the people that I'm around that I care about, or the people that I want to accept me or to be chosen by, how could they ever be able to show up for me in my life in a way that would be needful to me? How would they ever be able to support me or to choose me or to be in conversation with me or to show me affection, love, and affinity? How? You cannot have love and affinity with people that you don't trust. You cannot have love and affinity with people that you pretending to be somebody else around. You cannot have love and affinity when you have no freedom and you don't have no voice. Who is it that they're going to love? It sure ain't going to be you. So you're going to create somebody pretending to be somebody else, and you want them to fall in love with the imposter and not you? How you going to be able to keep that up each and every day? That's going to be exhausting. Put it in the chat. It is exhausting. It is definitely exhausting when you lose your freedom, when you lose your voice, and when you can't experience love. So what is it for you? This consistent, persistent complaint that you have in your life that is not moving fast enough, that there's not enough time, that no one supports me, that I'm not being chosen. And Tiffany, I still ain't seen what your persistent complaint is. And I don't know if you don't know yet, but it is super exhausting, right? Whatever it is that you're pretending, whatever it is that the cost is. See, you got to look at it. When I stand in this place that there's not enough time, how does it prevent me from moving a way that I would normally move? Well, if you feel like it's not enough time, I mean, naturally, you probably wouldn't take actions that you need to take because you don't feel like there's no need to. Why? Because it ain't enough time in the day for me to get it all done. So I'm just going to do the bare minimum. And you know what the bare minimum is? Oh, that's business as usual. Put it in the chat. No, not business as usual. Because if you want to see things perform, you want to reach a new level of performance in your life, it cannot be business as usual. It cannot be business as usual. Meaning it's going to require you to take actions that you've never taken before, to go faster than you ever ran before, to have conversations that you never had before, to stand in places and rooms that you've never been in before. But if you believe that it's not enough time, then what's the use? You ain't going to take the actions. And what I'm telling you is, in order for you to get to the new level, it cannot be business as usual. Why? Because business as usual has gotten you what you have now. And for some of you, it may be enough. And for some of you, it may not be enough. So what place are you standing? Like Missy, I know there was some things that you shared in class. When things aren't moving fast enough, what's the cost? I know it's relationship. I know it's love and affinity. I know that it's freedom of expression. I know that it's self-expression. I know that it's so many things that it costs us. For me, it's voice, it's love, it's freedom, self-expression. When I feel like people don't choose me. And when I'm in a place where people don't choose me, I don't trust them. I'm not open. I'm not vulnerable. I'm not sharing myself. So look, I hope this is a good part 2 for you. I don't know what your persistent complaint was. We did that on Monday. Today is all about the cost of what this complaint is, because you thinking holding on to it is doing you just do, and you're doing the right thing. But I'm going to tell you on Friday, you're going to get this payoff that you got running in the background that you're going to need to get handled. So when you hear this conversation of this complaint that you have, you want to get, number 1, that you made it up. Number 2, that it's not true. Number 3, when you look over your life and you see how many times I've actually been chosen to be a part of this stuff, it's a whole lot more than I haven't been chosen. Do you get what I'm saying? So they don't need me carrying that I'm never chosen around like it's true, because it's not true. So I don't know what it is for you. Drop it in the chat. If you share this video, say that you shared the video, you'll be entered to win in a gift that I'm going to be giving away on Friday. But Friday, we're going to talk about the payoff. And the payoff is the coup de grace. It's the mic drop. It's the, oh my God, clutch my pearls, this can't be. But in fact, it really is. And then I'm going to invite you and your friends and your families to come hang out with me and my coach on February the 11th at 10 o'clock a.m. Go ahead and mark your calendars now. We're going to be there for 90 minutes. We're going to go through this exercise about complaints, and we're going to get you situated so you can be straight. And when you hear these complaints that you're running, you're going to be able to put a stop to it and really get to the nitty gritty, the truth, and be able to walk the way you need to walk in your life to see the things that you want. Do you get that? All right, listen. Okay, share the video. Put in here that you shared. February the 11th, the link is dropping on Friday, so don't miss Friday. Friday is where you need to be. We're going to talk about the payoffs. You're going to get the link, and I'm going to do the giveaway. All right, you guys, always here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 o'clock. I'm Janine Merriweather, and I'm what? I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live at 5. Hey, I'm live